Hello and welcome to another Home Sold. My name is Steven.Verdelli and I am a realtor with Coldwell-Banker, Wellesley's #1 real estate firm in Wellesley for 23 years. Today we have a very special show. We have Marriette Barsoum, who is a certified kitchen designer with Divine Kitchens on Linden Street in Wellesley. Welcome to the show, Marriette.
Thank you so much, Steve, for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you, thank you. So let's talk a little bit about kitchen design today.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about how you got involved in this.
So I have been in the States, from my accent you will tell, for 15 years. I have 2 children. My husband and I own Divine Kitchens, which actually is now Divine Design Build. We are a full service remodeling and constructions. We take project from start to finish. And when I came to the States 15 years ago, I have a degree of English and linguistics. So I decided to change careers. I went to school for interior design. I now have a certificate of interior design. But I also I was very passionate about space planning. I wanted to take a space that was absolutely nothing and make it to a castle for myself, for my clients. So I actually specialized in more of the space planning and more of the kitchen and the bathroom design. And I became affiliated with the National Kitchen and Bath Association. Took a lot of courses, a lot of classes. And by doing that, I was able to get my certification, which is a certified kitchen designer.
Wonderful. So you are not only an interior designer, you're actually a certified kitchen designer, which is an additional degree.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, okay. And what do you have to do in order to become a certified kitchen designer on top of an interior designer?
Absolutely. So when you talk about a kitchen designer, kitchen actually is the most complicated room in the whole house, if you really think about it.
And the most popular.
And the most popular, of course. So there are so many things that you have to make sure it goes together. It's not just walking into a space and it has cabinets and appliances. It has to flow into the space. I have to have the amount of storage for you, the amount of countertops. So during the courses and the classes, you actually figure out, do I have enough storage for spices, for pots and pans, for tray dividers? And I know it sounds a lot for people who are outside, that they don't cook or they don't enjoy that. That is nothing, but it's a lot of things. Having a well-designed and organized kitchen can make your life so much, and you walk into a happy space every day. They also talk about technicality. You have to be a very technical designer, because with how complicated things are getting, you have to make sure that they are work together. Appliances. If this refrigerator is not vented properly, guess what? The motor is going to die. If you have something very close to each other, you're not going to be able to open up the stove and the dishwasher at the same time, and now you have a bottleneck. So by working with a kitchen designer, a really good kitchen designer, you will be able to have a beautiful kitchen that works.
So you're talking about not only the actual kitchen design, but actually making the kitchen work specifically for its instruments that are involved, as well as the people that are in there. So what about working with a kitchen designer from a big box store rather than working with a specific design kitchen? What's the difference there?
Big difference. So when you go to a box store, the only thing they want to really do is just sell the cabinets and move on to the next project. They really don't care about how many dishes you have or how many silverware sets you have. But when you are working with a kitchen designer just for you and just for your own project, every kitchen is completely unique. And every homeowner is completely unique. The way you think, the way you have things, the way you buy things, and the way you shop. So when you have a specific kitchen designer that you work with, they will ask you all the questions that they can to figure out, to get to know you. I always tell my clients, I have to know you in order for me to design your kitchen. It's like when you go to a doctor, for example, and you can go to a doctor and tell them, I am sick. Well, he's going to keep asking you questions to figure out what the problem is so they can give you the right prescription. Sure. Exactly same thing with kitchen design.
So it's not specifically designing, I want a blue cabinet with an orange countertop. It's designing it specifically for my needs and my family.
Absolutely.
If we're bakers, if we do a lot of meal preparation, a lot of big cooking.
Absolutely.
So you can design specifically for those needs within our family.
Absolutely. I have a questionnaire for my clients because not everybody the same. For example, storage. Some clients, they go every day to buy fresh produce. Others are very busy. They'll go to BJ's or Costco, for example, and buy bulk. Where's all that stuff is going to go? Or they go and buy a lot of meat and they want to put it in a freezer. Now I need more freezer space versus refrigerator space. But also, when you have 2 kids, it's different than when you have 4 kids. When you have no family here versus when you are the one hosting the Thanksgiving for 60 people.
Yep.
So all this is very important. And when I sit down with you, I need to figure out everything about you. How do you cook? Where do you go shopping? How many people do you have usually over? How many kids? What is the routine? You may want to put a desk and a workstation in the space. You may want to be able to put a phone to do all your bills and everything in the space also if you don't have a home office. So we need to figure everything out, absolutely.
So when you're designing specifically not only the space, you're also making suggestions as to what type of appliances I should have.
Absolutely. It's
Okay.
very important because that determines my scope of a kitchen design. What does that really mean? If I'm using a range, a 30-inch range or a 48-inch range or a 60-inch range, I need to be able to find the space. This is where the space planning comes from. Or if you can say, I want a small refrigerator, or I want a refrigerator for snacks, I want a wine, I want double ovens, and I want a microwave away from the double ovens. This is all vertical need and horizontal need. So once I figure out the amount of appliances you need, I now can figure out where they're going to be laid out, and the leftover for me, this is what I have. Because there really are set points. If you have a 60-inch refrigerator, I need a 60-inch wall. If you have a 48-inch range, I need a 40 inches of wall, and that's how it goes. So absolutely the first step, you want to start figuring out what kind of appliances do you want to have. And nowadays there is so many special appliances on the market. A steam oven, a coffee system. You can do the microwave warming drawer. You can do one big range. You can do the wine cooler. You can do under-counter refrigerator for beverages. There's so many options.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the appliances that make dinner and then clean themselves up.
Not there yet.
So let's talk a little bit about appliances and budget. That's a big part of it.
Absolutely.
Now, every day you turn on the TV, you see ads for appliances on sale, Veterans Day sale, Washington's birthday sale.
Sure.
Let's talk a little bit about appliances specifically selected for people's lifestyle and how that can vary.
Okay. I always tell people there's a standard package. What do you really need in a kitchen? You want to be able to cook, wash the dishes, and keep the food cool. These are the 3 main things you want. So you really can go as simple as a 30-inch range, 24-inch dishwasher, and a 30-inch counter refrigerator, and a hood or a microwave above the hood. But this is the basic.
Yep.
You really want to go and see the appliances. You want to be able to open the door and close it. There is a difference between a lower-end appliance to a very high-end appliances. It is the fit and finish that you're going to feel. It is the stainless steel being used outside. It is the plastic being used inside, how thick it is and how clean it is. It doesn't stain easily.
Sure.
But you're going to feel it. And you know, from high-end appliances to low-end appliances, there are big differences. That's why they'd be able to do that big difference in cut. Because if everybody used the same materials, it will be the same price.
Sure. Now, is there benefits to buying my appliances through Divine Kitchen? Do you guys sell appliances there as well?
Absolutely. We do sell appliances. I do work with more of the high-end appliances like Thermador, Bosch, Miele, and Gaggenau. And the reason I do that because I am starting the project start to finish, so I can control what I do with the appliances. But I also have worked with a lot of appliance places, and I sent my client to appliance places for the appliances that I cannot get. The high-end manufacturers do set the prices for the appliances, so you're not going to go to X, Y, and Z and buy it for half the price. It doesn't exist. High-end appliances gives you what's called MAP pricing or UMRP pricing. What that is, it's called minimum advertised price. You have to sell it at that price, or otherwise they can take the license away from you.
So a high-end kitchen designer will sell something called a MAP price, which is the minimum advertised price from the manufacturer directly. So they're going to get it the same price from you or if they got it from someplace else.
Absolutely, yes.
And that's on the high-end appliances.
That's on the high-end appliances, it's at the pricing. On the lower-end appliances, it depends on how the bulk that if you go and buy 100 ranges. An appliance place will go and buy 100 ranges, for example. Of course, they're getting a better deal, and they can save cost on that.
Interesting. Now, you also touched base about the design process.
Yes.
So from the design from when we first met to discuss the kitchen to the end where I'm actually cooking in my kitchen, you are going to see this whole process through with me.
Absolutely. When you start thinking about doing your kitchen and you don't know where to start, a lot of people come say, I want to do my kitchen, but I do not know what to do. Where should I go? What do I need to do? It's a very simple. Take a deep breath, first of all, and it's a very easy process if you actually do it very systematic. Why are you doing the kitchen? How long are you going to stay in the house? Okay. What do you want to get out of that process of doing the kitchen? All these questions, I need to ask you this, and you need to answer it, because that will help you to determine where to go. The house is very small and I need a bigger space. Well, do I need to take wall between the kitchen and the dining room and open it and make it an open floor plan? Do I need an addition? So do I need to hire an architect? So when it comes to all that stuff, why are you doing it is very important. But after you figure that out, you want to figure out the look that you're trying to do, the appliances you want to have in, the outcome that you want to have. Some people will say, I want to have my kitchens to be a showstopper. I would say, I just want it to be very functional and very easy for me to enjoy my family and things like that. So once you decide why you need it, now you can start talking to kitchen designers. Very important to do that. And once you start talking to the kitchen designers, you can give them a list of your wants and needs. And I always tell my clients, there is a big difference between a want and a need. But this is the time when you are doing a kitchen project is to do I want and I need. And now it will be the designer's part now to give you everything that you want and everything that you need in
To
one
incorporate those two things.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if somebody is planning on doing their kitchen over, what do you think or what do you feel is the life expectancy of a kitchen?
Kitchens can last you up to 30 years if it's done right and done right the first time. And what I mean by that is, let's say you take a kitchen and you just want to do a quick fix-up. You're not really using a high-quality materials. You're just going to be using something that just holds you up for a couple of years. Guess what? It will hold you up for a couple of years, but no longer than that. So I always tell my clients, determine how long you're going to stay in the house, because if this is the house for you, you really want to be conscious about what kind of material and quality you're putting into the space. But on average, I would say 25 to 30 years is the life of a kitchen, because trends also change.
Sure. Along with trends, let's talk a little bit about surfaces.
Yes.
All the different qualities of stones that are out there today.
Sure.
What do you like to work with, and what do you not like to work with, and what do you think is more appropriate for certain families?
Sure. So a lot of the clients will walk into our showroom and you say, I want a marble countertop, I want granite, or I want something I don't have to worry about. So we usually need to ask you your lifestyle. Do you entertain a lot? Do you have a lot of wine on the refrigerators? On the countertops, for example? Who does the cooking? Who does the cleaning? And also, how old are the kids? I'm not going to be able to treat a 2 and 3 and 5-year-olds the same as I'm treating high schoolers. But those kids also going to grow with the kitchen. So once I figure out all this information, I will educate you on the countertops. Let's take one at a time. Granite. Granite is a beautiful, beautiful countertops. It has been there for many, many years, and it will stay forever. There's lots of variation. The nice thing about it that it is very dense. You don't have to worry about it. Do you have to seal it? Of course. When you install the countertops, it's already sealed for you. But for lighter countertops on the granite, I would say seal it every 6 months, and it's a very easy process. They made it very easy now. You can just buy the sealer with a spray and wipe it, leave it for a couple of minutes, and you're good. Darker countertops, you do not need to maintain as much. Now comes marble. Marble is a beautiful, beautiful countertop with all the waviness and everything in it. The only thing with the marble, it's soft. So you're going to get a lot of scratches and a lot of itches. And what itches means, if you have a surface that's very shiny and you hit it with something, it will dent into the space and will take that shine away.
Okay.
And now you really have to refinish this whole countertop to do. But because also it's very soft, it's very porous. So if you leave wines for a couple of days, of course it's going to stay. But if you wipe it immediately, nothing is going to happen to it.
Okay.
Then you have engineered stone. And what engineered stone, some client may recognize Caesar stone, Silas stone, Cambria. It is a man-made stone. It is a mix of natural stones and bonding materials. And each manufacturers have their own formula of doing things. So, and different colors. A lot of clients now opt to do the engineered stone if they're looking for more simpler counters with no variations and no veining. And that's something you don't have to worry about. You don't have to seal it. You don't have to maintain it. You just put it in and set it and forget it, basically. So I do recommend a lot of that for clients. And it also works beautifully with modern designs because it's very simple. So the showcases the cabinetry at that point and the countertop are simpler.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But you could easily, as your family grows, change these, say, more durable countertops as these manufactured stones to that marble down the road as your kids maybe grow up and are moving out. And there's going to be less wear and tear on the countertops themselves.
Absolutely. You can definitely do that if you want have the bones, good bones for the kitchen, and you just want to update the kitchen by changing the countertops and so on.
So you have been so kind as to bring us in some pictures today that we're going to go over. But before we see those, I just want to touch base a little bit about, so if we have decided that we're going to do a kitchen over, do you offer any type of consultation or course that I could come in and sit and listen to you? Absolutely.
So there's a couple of things we usually do. We offer a free consultation. It's about a 1-hour free consultation, either in my showroom or in the house. A lot of the time we have you come to our showroom, and the reason we do that, I have everything around me, so I can show you similar project to yours, how we changed it, and how much did it cost, so I can show you really actual costs of that. That's one thing. The second thing also, we do seminars in the fall and in the spring. And that's basically how much a kitchen costs, or where should I start if I wanted to do my kitchen. After 15 years in the business, I found out that a lot of people genuinely do not know how much things cost. If they have not done a remodeling before, they don't know.
Sure.
So during that seminars, which we do it in the fall and in the spring, and you can sign on that, by the way, on our website, or you can call us on our phone line, and we can book you for it.
Great. So you will offer a seminar that can come in and be educated on this.
Absolutely. We'll take the process apart. What really goes into the kitchen and how long does it take? A lot of clients ask this question. I only have one kitchen. How long is it going to take? Well, I say, well, it really depends on what you're trying to do. It can take from 6 weeks up to 12 weeks from the time we actually come in and demo the space to the time we say goodbye, you have a beautiful kitchen. But before that, and this is one of the things I definitely stress on, if you're trying to have your kitchen for Christmas, do not start in October trying to have your kitchen for Christmas.
That's a good point.
It does not work.
Well, let's take a look at some of the pictures that you have brought in.
Yes.
So this right here is a before picture, correct?
Yes.
So when you went in here, what did you think about it first?
So this was actually a new kitchen, believe it or not.
Okay.
And the client walked in and the unit absolutely beautiful, but it does not work. There was not a single cabinet that she can put a pot in it.
Okay.
So we took it completely apart.
Wow.
And now this is it. Same space. We left the refrigerator in the same area. I put the stove, just moved it down a couple of inches, and now give them a beautiful island that they can use, and move the sink from that small peninsula into the back wall, and lots of storage.
Incredible. And this was a living room.
This is a living room because we also do living rooms. So this is the before, just a plain, and the roof is very low also. And this is actually the whole addition of it. This is the kitchen that goes with it on the other side. And the family room is, if you can see, of course, this one also here, which is absolutely beautiful.
Wow. Now, we discussed briefly about incorporating appliances into the design aspect.
Yes.
So this is what you're talking about, incorporating the refrigerator, cabinetry, and I don't even see a dishwasher here.
The dishwasher's on the island, but it looks like cabinetry. And then you have the hood here, which is completely built in. You don't even know it's a hood. And you have the refrigerator here, which is built in. And then you have the ovens. And then you have the microwave also built in. Fantastic.
So you're maximizing, look at all this counter space that they have here.
Yes.
And 4 stools.
Yes, actually 5. So you have that, this is about a 10 by 4 foot island plus that extra space too.
Now, this is what you see a lot of times. I walk into homes and I see this, is that at one point in time they thought they would do some type of a workstation or computer station, which just really ends up being cluttered.
Yes. So this project here actually is, the client are very, very modern, and they wanted to get rid of that desk space. She doesn't really use it. She has a home office and wanted to be able to make it very modern and very sleek, and this is what we did. This is actually was 4 individual rooms, a kitchen, a sunroom, and a dining room. We took everything and opened it into one big space. And here's again the built-in appliances with the built-in ovens and the coffee system and the hood. And here we use sheets of glass for a backsplash. So you can just spray Windex and wipe it away.
So not only is it beautiful, it's easy to clean.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Amazing.
Here's another angle of that project. And then this is basically the windows on each side to bring a lot of light into the space. So we add a lot of windows and floor-to-ceiling doors. This project here, which was also a house in the suburbs, the clients does not even use the dining room. And what we did, we actually took that wall that you see here where the little cooktop is, and we opened it, and this is what you see now. We moved the stove onto the outside wall, redid all the windows, added a big window in the back, so now the light comes into the space, and a little bit of a seating area at the end if you have like a her girlfriends over or mom or something like that, that she'll be able to still cook and talk together. Beautiful,
beautiful. They don't even look like the same home. This
no.
is incredible. Beautiful. And all the textures here are...
So this is granite countertops that we are used, very, very light. And we introduced also a lot of the backsplash with color, burgundies and dark browns and oranges. The client actually loves this a lot. That's why you see some of our accent pieces also.
Wonderful. Marriette, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Steve. It was a lot of fun. Thank you. It was my pleasure.
You're very welcome. You are watching Another Home Sold. We have Marriette Barsoum from Divine Design, 180 Linden Street in Wellesley. Please stop by them right in the Roach Brothers shopping plaza.
Yes, right in the plaza, yes.
Next, we're going to be going to Upwey Road with Melissa Dailey. Again, you are watching Another Home Sold. You can watch us on Facebook as well, or find us on Facebook and Twitter. We are going to 37 Upwey Road with Melissa Dailey. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Hi, Steve. Thanks for having me.
So, Melissa, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I live in Wellesley. I've been here for 18 years. I have 3 girls who are all teenagers, and we have enjoyed living in Wellesley with the school systems and the town. It's been a great place.
And Melissa, you're being very modest. You are the #1 selling agent out of Coldwell-Banker in Wellesley.
I am.
So you do enjoy that. That is wonderful.
I have to say, I love my job. Every day is different, and I'm working with sellers, buyers, photographers. So every day is different, and it's a great job.
Great. Thank you for coming on today. Let's talk about 37 Upwey Road, which is a great little area.
It's a great location, Steve. What's nice is since the development of Linden Street, you can walk to the Roach Brothers, you can walk to restaurants, you can walk to the train. It's a great neighborhood with a great place to walk to.
So this is a 4-bedroom home, 3 full baths, fireplace, 2 zones of gas, and central air.
Correct. It has really everything a buyer wants. The house was also built in 1994. So another thing that you wouldn't know unless you went into the house, it has great ceiling height as well.
And just over 4,000 square feet. That is a big home.
It's a really big house, and you would not expect it. I have to say, when you walk in, it's a real surprise. You walk in and you've got an oversized living room, and the back of the house is an open kitchen family room with great views of the backyard.
Great. So I know they've done some renovations here recently. So what are some of the renovations that they've done?
They've done a really nice job. The kitchen has brand new appliances. They redid the hardwood floors, and also there was carpet upstairs in the bedrooms, and they put down new hardwood. Painting inside and out. They've done a really pretty job with the landscaping, a new irrigation system, a new fence. I have to say the house is really fresh and it's ready to move into.
That's nice. So it's a move-in condition home now.
Exactly. What's also nice about it as well is there is a full bath on the first floor, and there's a bedroom in the back, or it could be a den or an office, so it is flexible.
Great. So if you had an in-law living with you, they could sort of have their own privacy.
You could have an in-law, you could have a home office, or it could just be a small den.
So Upwey Road is located right between Linden and Route 9, correct?
Correct.
So it's super easy access to either getting into Linden Street or getting onto Route 9. So this house has huge French doors off of the kitchen that lead out to the backyard.
Correct. There's a very pretty deck off of the kitchen family room. And as I was saying, they just redid the landscaping, so the grass is pretty. It's a nice flat backyard, room for swing set, and extra play space.
Excellent. So Melissa, if somebody's interested in seeing this house, they can contact you at Coldwell-Banker, 617-699-3922. And it's also available at anymoves.com to see it online, correct?
Great.
Excellent. Melissa, thanks for coming on today.
Steve, thanks for having me.